How are you doing this morning? This is normal, right? Doesn't everyone have a hurt chicken they're nursing back to health in a dog crate in their living room? This is normal. Are you feeling better? Are you feeling better? She has a hurt foot. We're not sure what's wrong with it, but we're trying to help it get better. Charity has been taking care of her. We'll do another soak. Been doing some Epsom salt soaks on her foot.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to take you along on a what I eat in a day video today. And it's kind of a getting back on track what I eat in a day video. We've had a crazy few days here and my eating was not on point. And I definitely feel it. Like when I don't eat as well as normal, I just don't feel as well. And which makes sense, right? And so I'm gonna get back on track today. So what has been going on the last few days is I know a lot of people are dealing with winter weather and Arctic blasts and, you know, all of that fun stuff. And we have had our share of it as well. We were really hoping for some snow. And I mean, there might have been a little snow mixed in there, but it was primarily sleet what we got. The kids tried really hard to make a snowman out of it, but it did not work. They have been having a lot of fun sledding. They can still do that because it's very slick. But you know, not the snow like you would hope for. But anyways, with that comes power outages. So our power was out for about 24 hours. And it was due to our next door neighbors had trees, big trees. I mean, if you guys have seen our property here, you know, the trees are big. And two big trees fall onto their garage. And I mean, it really could have killed whoever was in there. Thankfully, no one was in there. No one got hurt, but it did a lot of damage. And it also fell on power lines and completely blocked the road. Like it was a big deal. But I mean, the electric company cleaned it up quickly. I think the county came out and cleaned up because it was blocking the road. It was a mess, but our power was out for about 24 hours. And during that time, of course, we have a generator, so it's not like a whole house generator, but we can plug in a few things at a time. So I was able to plug in an air fryer, plug in an Instant Pot, make food. But I mean, I am susceptible to stress eating. And like in that situation, it's like the easiest things are the most convenient, stuff that you don't have to cook. And so I definitely struggled with that over that 24 hours. And like I said, I'm ready to get back on track. No point in looking backwards, being upset. All I can do is, you know, make better choices today. And I'm motivated to because I don't feel good. You know, waking up like feeling a little congested and just not as good as normal when I'm eating healthier foods for my body. So for me, the best way to get back on track, if I have been eating off, is beef. I feel the best when I eat beef. So last night I went out to the garage where we have our big freezer, our beef freezer. I was laughing with my husband the other day because I was like, okay, we now have 3 chest freezers and then 2 like refrigerator freezers. And so the biggest chest freezer is the beef freezer. And then the next one, we have 2 that are pretty small. One of the small ones is the pork and chicken freezer. And then the other small one is the prepared foods freezer and like frozen vegetables, frozen fruit, and any like just prepared frozen food that I have goes in there. And then one of the refrigerator freezers, the freezer portion is my butter freezer. And it's like packed with butter. And then the other one is the one up here in the kitchen that just has all kinds of random things that end up there. Anyway, so that's all the important food categories: beef, chicken, pork, prepared foods, which is it's fruits, vegetables, and prepared meats, and then butter. So anyways, I went out to my beef freezer and pulled out a ribeye steak, some ground beef, some stew meat, and I even pulled out a little package of beef liver because we got that half a cow, I don't know, a few months ago now. And they packaged up the beef liver like in little individual packages, probably like half a pound packages, which is great because I don't want a whole liver in a package. And I haven't pulled any out yet. So I was like, you know what? Now's the time. So I pulled that out and letting those defrost. And that's what I'm going to eat on today. And it's going to be super simple. Although there is one fun thing that I will be trying today, and that is a new product that was sent to me. So it won't only be beef, but it'll be primarily beef. And then I will show you that product that looks kind of interesting. So I'm just enjoying the quiet this morning. Got the fire going. The kids should be up here in a little bit to start chores. Just enjoying the little bit of quiet time before all the activity starts happening. The ground beef and stew meat were not quite yet defrosted, but the ribeye steak is defrosted. So it looks like it's steak for breakfast.
Can I bring this to the trash can? Yeah.
So this steak is massive, and I wouldn't be able to eat it all if I wanted to. But when I make a steak around here, I usually can't eat it all just because there are others who, want some. So I'll probably be sharing this. I'll probably eat about half of it. What did you say?
Dad could eat all of that.
You could eat all of that?
No, Dad.
Oh, Dad could. I see. How much of it could you eat?
Probably half.
Probably half, yeah. How many chicken wings did you eat last night?
10.
Yeah. You ate 10 chicken wings last night. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I do.
Izzy says she could eat 10 chicken wings and she could eat that entire steak. No problem. There is my breakfast. It is about 8 ounces of steak. What you making, Tal?
Einkorn biscuits.
Yup. I got some einkorn flour that I'm letting the kids experiment with. It's like a ancient wheat, so it has less gluten and it's not been hybridized. So as far as wheat goes, it's a better option apparently. So as long as the kids are eating their protein, right? Gotta eat your protein first. They've been enjoying making a few different things with the einkorn flour. Talia is learning how to make biscuits.
That poor chicken.
I know.
At least it's not fighting it.
Dad put it next to the water.
Yeah, it might. It maybe because it's nice and warm. Is she doing okay?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Look at how nice these biscuits turned out. Heading out to the frozen tundra. The sun is shining though. Looks nice. So this looks like snow, and there's probably a little snow mixed in there, but it's primarily sleet. We just got sleet, which was disappointing. I have to head out here and open up the chicken coop door because apparently it was frozen shut. One of the chicken coop doors. We have 2 now. Very nice. Renee's going on that hill. I know, it's so boring in here. Can't get out, eat grass. I know, life is so hard. So you're a chicken now? You're a chicken trying to hatch eggs? Come on. You think it's gonna hatch? You're crazy. You silly goose. You silly goose.
I see that. Look at that ice. You ready, Levi?
Back inside now, and it's getting close to time for lunch, and I did want to show you guys this product that I just received recently and give you a little bit of review, taste test and review. So the company is KG Foods, and they sent me a couple things to try. The first thing is these energy pods in chocolate, and there's, let's see, 8 of them in there, and they look like this. And then the other thing they sent me was this Cocoa Zen chocolate spread. So I'm going to open up one of the energy pods first. So on the label here, it does say compact meal replacement. Like the idea is that you eat this in place of a meal. And I'll tell you, if I ate this in place of a meal, I would probably lose weight because it is very, very small. I'm sure it's decadent because, let's see, as far as the nutrition facts, it has 23 grams of fat. Total carbs 18, and that includes 5 grams of fiber and 10 grams of sugar alcohols for 3 net carbs, because it does have erythritol. I'll read the ingredients here in a second. And then it has 10 grams of protein. So for me, 10 grams of protein is not enough for a meal. This, I imagine, would be good for like fat fasting. If you're into that, if you like need fat bombs, like I see this as being a really high fat percentage food. And then keeping everything else to a minimum, it's good for if you're doing a fat fast, kickstarting ketosis and stuff like that. As far as eating this for a meal, I would have to add some more protein, I imagine, to be full. The ingredients are almond flour, palm oil shortening, that's the palm fruit oil, erythritol, cocoa powder, whey protein, soy lecithin, guar gum, xanthan gum, vanilla salt, monk fruit extract. That's it. And from what I know about these products is they really focus on like the technique and the quality of the product. So it's not just a meal replacement where they just focused on hitting all the nutrients. They really put a lot of work into making this actually like a high quality, delicious chocolate. And the price tag, you will notice, reflects that. They are not cheap. But I do love like all of these different options out there for meal replacements and for, keto foods that do use a high quality of ingredients, because there are a lot like on the grocery store shelves that don't. And depending on what you need, like the convenience that you're looking for in your life, and maybe you're not looking for any convenience, so that's totally fine. But depending on what you're looking for, you might want a shake, you might want something like a keto brick, you might want something like an energy pod. And I like that there's a lot of different options out there for whatever people need as far as what's the most convenient for them. All right, so enough talk about that. I'm gonna get this opened up and give it a taste. The top comes off like that, and then they have this cute little spoon here. So it's very travel friendly. You don't have to even pack utensils. It's very thick. It's very thick. It's not going to pour out. It almost looks like nut butter or Nutella or something. That's what it looks like. I mean, it looks like chocolate ganache. It looks so good. Okay, here we go. It's very smooth. It's pretty sweet. You can taste the erythritol. I mean, that some people are more sensitive to that than others, like the cooling effect, but it's not strong. It's not a super strong cooling effect, which is good. It's very smooth. You'd think like with the almond flour in there, it might be chunky, but it's not. It's like super, super creamy. And it's similar to just eating Nutella. It's very, very decadent. There are some little chunks in there. Like it's super smooth, and then there's a few little chunks. I think it's just chocolate chunks though. I don't think it's nuts, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's chocolate. It is really good. Now, if you were doing like a fat fast or something, this would be great because I can't imagine this would be really filling. I mean, it's like eating straight ganache. And, you know, it's super, super decadent. The flavor is phenomenal. I'd say the erythritol flavor is, or like the cooling is very minimal. Like I noticed it at first, but it's not sticking around. It's very minimal. Very good. Yeah, that is fantastic. So I will finish up this later and that'll be, you know, part of my lunch. And I do have my NutriSense CGM on right now, so I will be able to show you at the end, like what my blood sugar did throughout the day to see if this, you know, gives me a spike or anything. Next, we got to try the Cocoa Zen. Ooh. Now, the ingredients on this is a little different. Blanched almonds is the first ingredient. They're similar, but a little different. Erythritol, cocoa powder, palm oil shortening, whey protein isolate, MCT oil, that wasn't in the other one, soy lecithin, guar gum, xanthan gum, and then contains less than 1% of vanilla, salt, and monk fruit extract. Smells good. I've got a spoon over here. I'll show you. It's very thick, very much like a ganache. It looks absolutely incredible. So I'm going to try it here. It's similar to the other one, to the pods. I'd say it's more almond. So it tastes more like a chocolate nut butter. That's my first impression. It tastes more like a chocolate nut butter, and the pods taste more like pretty pure chocolate ganache. It's super decadent. I do think that pod is a good size for this. I would probably still get hungry because I, you know, would need to add more protein. But if I just added a little protein with that, I do think it would make a pretty decent meal. So the nutrition facts on here: 2 tablespoons is a serving, 130 calories. Ooh, it's hard to read. I think it says 5 grams of protein, either 5 or 9. It's very, very tiny. Very hard to see. 11 grams of fat, 8 carbs, 4 fiber, 5 sugar alcohols. So definitely delicious. Like the quality on these, the flavor of the chocolate, top notch. It's super, super good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish this. And so it'll be, my lunch will be this plus my scoop of that was probably like 1 tablespoon, maybe 1.5 tablespoons. And I'm going to kind of see how long it lasts me. And then I'll be able to have a good view of what my blood sugar does in response. So I do have to say that was way more filling than I expected it to be. We'll see how long it lasts me, but man, very, very filling. And the flavor, phenomenal. Like it's really, really decadent, really, really good quality.
What is that?
Liver?
Chicken liver?
No, beef.
It's pretty liver.
It's a slice of a liver.
Okay. I thought that was the whole liver. I get it now.
No, they actually sliced up the liver. I didn't realize the butcher did that. It was very nice. You don't have to eat it. You don't have to eat it. That's the plan. I know. I feel the same way.
No, you
I don't want to eat it.
You don't feel the same way because you're going to eat it.
I don't want to eat it, though.
Why?
Because it's gross.
But why?
It's really apparently good for you. So
Really apparently good for you.
really, it's apparently good for you, even though it tastes terrible. It's got a lot of vitamins and minerals.
Have you had it before?
Yes, I have many times. And I thought that eating it many times would make me like it. And it hasn't worked.
Don't eat it.
But this is from the nice local cow that we purchased. And we can't just let it go to waste. It's like superfood, apparently. I have to at least eat some. It's about 4 p.m. and I'm pretty hungry. And so this is a little over 8 ounces of ground beef. It's probably around 15 to 20% fat. It's from the cow we purchased, so it's not like labeled the amount of fat. Anyways, this is 1 ounce of liver, also from that cow. I'm gonna attempt it, and some pickles. So I seared the liver just barely because, like, the moment it hits the pan, it gets overcooked. See how it is. It's not terribly bad. The texture is weird, but the flavor isn't as bad as I've experienced before. Texture is not great. It's still not good. Just gotta finish it. Just gotta finish it. Then I can eat those delicious pickles and ground beef.
Okay, fine. I have to go sled in 3 days.
Last bite. Did it.
I'm going to go
Okay.
sled with Renee.
Now I'm going to enjoy my meal. For a little dessert, I'm going to make a cup of my dairy-free hot cocoa. I do have a recipe for this mix I will put up in the cards. But I do like to add either element, or I'm going to try the Caramel Vibes Salty in there. I just do half a packet. I think that's plenty. You don't want it, I don't like it too salty. So we'll see how that is. I'm going to show you what my blood sugar did for the day on my NutriSense app. I do have my NutriSense CGM on, so I'm able to see all the ups and downs throughout the day. I got 100 score on breakfast. That was the steak. Let's see, started with a blood sugar of 106 and peaked at 106 and then ended with a blood sugar of 102. So that was good. Then for lunch, I got a score of 98, started with 97. So this was the Energy Pod and the Cocoa Zen spread. It did fill me up for quite some time, and it didn't spike my blood sugar at all. I started with a blood sugar of 97, peaked at 98, and then my blood sugar came down after that and was 86 2 hours later. So the only reason I got a lower than 100 score is because it went down so much. But I actually did take an afternoon nap shortly after, and I think that was the reason for the blood sugar drop. I usually have a blood sugar drop when I take an afternoon nap, and so I don't think it had anything to do with the food, but it very clearly did not spike my blood sugar. Then on dinner, I got a score of 91. I started with a blood sugar of 91 and 2 hours later had a blood sugar of 109. I peaked at 114, so it wasn't anything terrible, but I didn't recover at that 2 hour mark. There could have been tons of reasons for that. I was doing some moving of heavy boxes after dinner. I don't know if that had something to do with it or it was just a fluke. So my average blood sugar for the day was 97, and then I'll go down here to insights and look at my variability. My variability was 8. That's how much your blood sugar goes above or below baseline for the entire day. So you want to keep that number at least 20 or below, or ideally 14 or below. So that 8 number is good, and I'm very happy with that. If anyone is interested in learning more about NutriSense and their CGM program, I highly recommend it. I will put a link down in my description. I am an affiliate with them, and anytime someone clicks my link and puts their email address in for more information, they do give me a little bit of a kickback. So it's an easy way for you to support the channel if that's something you want to do. And then bonus, you get all of the info about NutriSense. There are a lot of companies out there offering CGMs now. It's become very popular. But one thing I absolutely love about NutriSense is that they guide you through the whole process. They have nutritionists that you can run things by and really get a good picture of what is going on with your glucose. I have learned a ton from the nutritionists that I've worked with. They just give insights that, I just don't have. So it's super, super helpful. Again, check that link below if you are interested. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on this icy day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you again on the next one.